Good morning and welcome to the Unpopular Reef. It is a very sunny day here in Sydney. Don't let that fool you, it's actually still quite cold. But I'm here to talk to you about this tank. And as you can tell, it's full of algae. Now, what was the purpose of this tank? Originally, I put a couple of glass shrimp in here, and that was just to try and get them to breed so that I'd avoid as many trips as I'd be making to the beach to collect shrimp for my cuttlefish. Now, I do zero maintenance on this tank, as is very evident, and I filled it with basically wastewater from my main tank inside, which if you've been watching the channel for a while, you would know it is absolutely full of nutrients and nitrates and phosphate. So that is why we've got this algae bloom. Interestingly though, the algae has used up all the nutrients and phosphate in this water. So now this tank has very, very low nitrates, almost zero, and my inside tank has very high nitrates and phosphate. So what I'm gonna do is what I like to think of as water recycling. As opposed to doing a water change, I'm just going to take some water from this tank and I'm going to transfer it into my main tank. Now, taking the water out of this tank and then putting it outside is going to provide enough nutrients for that tank to continue growing algae, because essentially it's a giant algae reactor at the moment, and adding all that algae into my tank here is probably going to benefit my anemones. I've got my waratah anemone down there, a sand anemone there, and my very large green anemones living under the rock arch there. I also still have one tiny piece of non-photosynthetic coral that is just hanging in there. Maybe it'll enjoy a feed. So, in my never-ending effort to reduce my phosphates, this is the next step. I still have pretty bad cyano. It looks pretty bad, but it's actually better than it's been in the wild. It was far worse. But yeah, some of my efforts are starting to pay off. Anyway, let's get this water change happening. So here you have it. I have this very low nutrient green water, very high nutrient clear water. Now to put the clear water in my green tank to help fertilize the algae growth, I put the green water in my inside tank to try and lower my nitrates and my phosphate and possibly get rid of my cyano. It'll probably be a bit diluted on the inside tank, but I'm wondering if it's going to go green for a little while. I have enough microorganisms in there that'll take care of that in no time though. Alright, let's see how it goes. Just as I am adding the water, you notice there's still shrimp in this tank, so it's still alive. They're making do in this zero maintenance outdoor algae reactor, right? And that's done. The inside water is now outside. I have noticed that has cleared up a little bit, obviously because the inside water is not full of algae. And yeah, this tank doesn't look much different. I did add a bit of a alga that was growing in the outside tank in there. It never lasts too long in this tank, the fish love eating it. So run a couple of phosphate tests in the next couple of days and see if recycling water is actually a thing. Thanks for watching.